My name is Thea Willard. I'm 30 years old, and this is my story. Shortly after my parents were married, they decided that they wanted to have a child. It just wasn't working out. My mother conceived twice. She ended up having 2 miscarriages. The doctor told them, that it would be best that they try to adopt a child instead of having one naturally. They began to look into that and pray about that and seek God's guidance, and He led them to Lifeline Children's Services in Birmingham. So they began to contact them and work through the process of adopting a child, and obviously the cost was great, and they're not wealthy people, and so that was daunting in and of itself. They really had to lean on God, and trust in Him that this is indeed, what they're supposed to be doing, what He wants them to do. My birth mother was 17 when she became pregnant with me. As far as we know, wasn't in a committed relationship. She was not in any way equipped to take care of a baby. And her parents were quite ashamed of the fact that their daughter had become pregnant. So she's 17 years old, has nowhere to go, no one to turn to for support. She hid her pregnancy for quite a while, didn't receive much prenatal care when she was pregnant with me. When it became apparent, when she started showing, when her parents found out, they actually urged her to have an abortion. I don't know if that was something that she agreed to at first, or if it was something that she absolutely didn't want, but that's the road that they encouraged her to take. She actually made an appointment to have an abortion. She went to the clinic. I don't know if she was alone. I don't know if she had her parents with her, but at the clinic, Lifeline was there providing information about adoption services. They were able to provide her with the information that she needed, and she decided, instead of having an abortion, she would give me up for adoption. Obviously, that was the moment that her life forever changed, and I was allowed to have life. God just worked a tremendous miracle. He took a scared 17-year-old girl and somehow changed her heart, that somebody who was so ashamed and hid the fact that she was pregnant and didn't want anyone to know. And obviously it would have been so easy for her to just take care of it. It would have been so easy for her, and she could have pretended like it never happened, but God, in His infinite power, saw fit to change her mind. My parents, their road was not easy. Financially it was a burden, and all the things they had to go through. But when they applied for a baby, they were told that it would take years. It could take years to be matched with a child, and it ended up taking 3 months. And that, to me, is just a testament to the fact that God, when He chooses a baby for a family, He doesn't just give any baby to a family. God placed me in their home and placed me in that family, in my family, for a reason, and that I am their child, and they are my parents. And I'm so blessed to be in the family that I'm in. And if it weren't for my birth mother making that decision, if it weren't for Lifeline being at the clinic that day, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be with my family. I wouldn't have my daughter. She's so special, and she's so wonderful, and she's my baby, and she's bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh, and It's so wonderful to know that God brought me out of death, gave me life, placed me with my family so I could have a family of my own and have my own daughter and know a blood relative. I mean, she's the first one I've ever had and the first one I've ever known. I'm just so thankful that God had a plan for me from the very beginning. He knew what my life would be.